Right, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jake. This channel is mainly going to consist of me talking about movies because I was annoying my family and friends way too much talking about them. So I decided, hey, why not make my own YouTube channel, see what I can do with it, and hopefully a lot of people will see this. Before I get started with my first video, I want to give a couple of shout outs to some people that have personally influenced me to create my own YouTube channel and are people you should watch because they're just great people in general. First is James or Movie Bug. Next is Jack or Movie Worm, Big Paulie, Blueview and Alex Pitt. They're all amazing people, amazing YouTubers, some of the best in the British YouTube community for Blu-rays, and definitely be sure to give them a watch. In this first video I was going to do a Blu-ray collection, but I thought it would be too long and you didn't want to hear me waffle on for an hour about all the movies I have in my first video. So instead I'm going to be ranking my favourite franchise of all time, Star Wars. Now my opinions may differ from you guys. Don't hate me for the opinion, just leave me your opinions below and we can talk about them. So starting off at number 10 is The Last Jedi. Now this by no means was an awful film, because it wasn't. It was just poorly directed and the direction of the movie went in a complete different direction to what everyone else was thinking, with, spoiler alert, the death of Luke Skywalker, one of the most famous characters in movie history, and then the whole plot hole with him being a false ghost for the entire movie, the direction of Kylo Ren being some sort of super force in the film wasn't the best idea. So coming in at number 10 is The Last Jedi. Coming in at number 9 is the second of the prequels, which is Attack of the Clones. This was a bad film. It's riddled with plot holes, has no real direction. It's mainly set in like a weird city. The characters are quite bland in this movie. It's more of a love story than it is a Star Wars film between Padme and Anakin. The best part about the film is the end of the film when you actually see the Clone Wars, where you see like Master Yoda and Count Dooku and all the other big characters you expect to see in a Star Wars film. It turns out to be a Star Wars film at the end of the movie when it should be like that the whole way through. But in the end, it turns out to be one of the worst Star Wars films. So coming in at number 9 is Attack of the Clones. Coming in at number 8 is technically the first Star Wars film, the first of the prequels, The Phantom Menace. Now, a lot of people will find this as their most underrated film in the Star Wars series, but it's very slow. It's very slow paced. It's not a Star Wars film. The Star Wars films are very fast paced, very quick, very actiony. This is more about dialogue and how they're building Anakin up to be this great, powerful Jedi, and it's a build-up to Anakin's life. The end fight scene is one of the best end fight scenes in any movie I've ever seen. Of course, the fight between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul, I won't spoil the end for you just in case somehow you haven't seen it. But yeah, coming in at number 8 is The Phantom Menace. Coming in at number 7 is the second of the Star Wars Stories movies, which is Solo, a Star Wars story. This is Solo down because it's Solo. See what I did there? Terrible joke. It's Solo down because to me it's not a Star Wars film. It's a story that some people wanted to be told, but not many people, because there's not that much hype around the character. A lot of people love Harrison Ford's portrayal of of Han Solo, but this movie isn't what many fans wanted, and that's why it's so low down. I did it again. So yeah, at number 7 is Solo. Number 6 is, in my opinion, the worst of the second worst of the sequels, which is The Force Awakens. It's not a terrible film. Well, it is a little bit. The characters very, again, bland to start off with in the first of these sequels. It feels more like a complete rip-off and complete retelling of A New Hope, but just from the retrospective of Rey instead of Luke. Maybe a lot of people enjoyed that. I personally didn't, so that's why I've put The Force Awakens in 6th place. We're cranking into the top 5 now. Number 5 is a very controversial one. My number 5 is The Rise of Skywalker, which I personally think is the best of the sequels. It brings back Emperor Palpatine. It wraps up Rey's and Kylo Ren's story nicely. It brings back Lando Calrissian and all other characters we wanted to see back for such a long time, and J.J. Abrams delivered that after Rian Johnson's, pardon my French, fuck up of The Last Jedi. It does bring back characters we've wanted to see back, but it doesn't execute it quite how we wanted it to be executed, and that's why The Rise of Skywalker is 5th in my rankings. Coming in at number 4 is the first of the Star Wars stories, which is Rogue One. This film is incredible. It's fast-paced, it's got action, the story behind it is incredible. This is a Star Wars movie. It may not have lightsabers in it, but it's still a very good story to tell. Jim Russo in this film is an amazing character. All the characters are portrayed amazingly. It just feels like a Star Wars film. And then you've got the before credit end credit scene with Darth Vader. Then you've got the end credit scene with Princess Leia, and that just ties the film together completely and what makes it amazing. So coming in at number 4 is Rogue One. Sorry if I'm talking quite quick. I'm really nervous, but I just wanted to get my first video out, and I wanted it to be something I was passionate about. So that's why I went with Star Wars. We're in the top 3 now. Coming in at number 3 is a lot of people's probably first or second, but for me it's personally third, which is The Empire Strikes Back, which for me feels like a setup film to Return of the Jedi. It's by no means a bad film, it's amazing. The end fight scene with Luke and Vader, I am your father, that's amazing. The whole bit with Yoda and Obi-Wan coming back as a Force Ghost, everything about that film is amazing, but it only reaches number 3 in my rankings. Number 2 is Return of the Jedi. It's just my personal second favourite Star Wars film, because it is so amazing. The way that at the end of the story where they resurrect Vader coming back as a Jedi for brief moments, the way that he overthrows Palpatine, who isn't actually dead, but we know that now. The way Mark Hamill portrays Luke in this movie is incredible. The whole angle with Han Solo and Princess Leia, everything about the Return of the Jedi movie is amazing, and that's why it's second in my ranking. And last but not least is my favourite Star Wars film and second favourite movie of all time, The Revenge of the Sith. This movie in every which way, shape or form is incredible. Hayden Christensen's portrayal in this movie of Anakin Skywalker is one of the best portrayals of a character we've ever seen in a movie. The way he starts off as trying to stop the visions from happening in his head and the dreams he's having when he's asleep about Padme dying in childbirth with Luke and Leia, about how he isn't able to save her during childbirth, and then he gets denied the rank of Jedi Master but is put on the council and is one of the youngest people to ever be put on the council. Or is he the youngest? He's either the youngest person to be ever put on the council or one of the youngest. and Ewan McGregor's portrayal of Obi-Wan in this film is again amazing. Everything about this film is amazing. Natalie Portman's portrayal of Padme is outstanding. The villains are outstanding. Emperor Palpatine in this movie is menacing. We finally, after years of waiting, finally get to see how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. And this movie just ties together perfectly, and that's why Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars film. So that was my ranking of every Star Wars movie. Let me know what other rankings you want me to do, and any other video ideas you want from me. And again, subscribe to the people that I said in the beginning of the video. That was Movie Bug, Movie Worm, Big Paulie, Alex Pitt, and Blueview. They're all amazing people. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will be back with another video soon, and thank you very much. Like, subscribe.